Hey guys, Casket Crusher Clay back with another video. It's Sunday and I just decided I wanted to make a video. I was gonna do one yesterday actually, but kinda got sidetracked. One of my friends I work with, he's a DJ and he does these really like odd gigs and stuff once in a while. He said last week he did a baptism. So someone hired him to play the baby's baptism. And then the week before that, he DJ'd like a birthday party. But he does these crazy events, and he's Greek, so like he's a kind of Greek-themed DJ. So he was DJing a restaurant at 11:30 in the morning that went to like 3. So he invited a bunch of work friends and stuff to it just to check it out and support him. So I went down there, and I thought it would just be, you know, sipping coffee while he DJs in the background and people are eating their meals. No. This was a full-on like party, like a raging party that went on till 3 o'clock.
Simran, take place. One at a time? No, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Ready?
The second I got in there, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a coffee. I ended up having a shot, having a beer, taking a gummy, smoking a joint outside with a bunch of people. So it was a lot of fun. People were like smashing plates, dancing. Not my normal scene, but like I had a lot of good times there. I had a lot of fun with friends and coworkers, so. I didn't want to make a video. I just came home, just played 3 straight hours of Diablo and just listened to some music, so decided to make one today. So Sundays are a day of rest. Normally I just go to the gym or run errands or clean the house or, you know, get ready for the work week. So I'm always throwing on like some kind of Hammer horror movie in the background. I don't know, these just kind of fit. Like Sunday, just kind of want a movie in the background or something to, you know, turn your brain off a bit. You just want atmosphere, and you know, these old Hammer horror movies are perfect for that. So I always call them like Sunday movies. But yes, Christopher Lee is the best Dracula. There's no argument about that. And in the background, I don't know if you could hear it, but we're listening to Morpheus Descends. It's an absolute classic album from the 90s. These guys put out some crazy shit. But yeah, it's pretty sad story what happened to these guys. You can look it up, but lots of drugs and problems, so it didn't really amount to too much. So I decided I'm just gonna make a video, just go over kind of 5 newer death metal releases that have come out in the last couple of years that I think are fucking smoking and that you guys should check out if you haven't already. There's always new stuff coming out, and I know that it's kind of hard to find bands and releases because you're being bombarded constantly. There's always new stuff coming out, which is fortunate, and it's also unfortunate because some of them fall between the cracks. And there's a lot of death metal bands that are, you know, have that newer production that people like, and it's people like, you know, the newer stuff sometimes a bit more than the older stuff, just sound wise and everything. So I put together a good mix of kind of bands that kind of cross those boundaries and stuff and do their own thing, but still kind of have that like old school vibes and sounds to them. So the first one I want to go through is from Brazil, and this video is going to take you all around the world for these 5 releases because there's a couple here from all over the place. But this one, Podridão. Now I got my Brazilian coworker to translate that a while back, and he says it means decay in Portuguese. So this is a sick album. This came out last year. It's called Coffin of the Corrupted Dead. This is just like your old school horror worshipping, like fucking crazy reverby vocals. A lot of interesting song structures on here. Lots of screaming screeches as well. Very kind of like the guitar tone on this album is just fucking killer. This is actually their 4th album. So they've been around the block for a while, but there's great production on this. They hit that kind of old school sound without being too overproduced. And I got this one on Iron Fortress Records. Iron Fortress is always putting out crazy shit. So I guess the North American release, they teamed up with these guys to put this out. But this is a sick album. If you kind of like your horror, death metal mixed together, this has got some gems on it. And I'll play a song so you can check it out. But look at that cover too. It's like a fucking zombie coming out of the grave. He's like, ah. But yeah, this is cool, man. In the back, you got the guys on there. I always like their names too. Repugnant Fat, Drums of Purulence. Putrid Dick, Hellbase and Vomit. And Rotting Flesh plays the chainsaw strings. So these guys are huge horror fans, you could tell. And this is such a good release. I like that band photo too. But yeah, Brazil always takes shit to the next level. There's always fucking crazy bands, and I'm always still finding bands from like Brazil. And like South America in general, it's a whole new world of music out there. But Podridão, Coffin of the Corrupted Dead. Definitely check this out. Awesome album. Next, we are going to Turkey. So, this is a band called Engulfed, and this one's a little bit of a mouthful. Unearthly Litanies of Despair. But this is just fucking killer shit. Like, this is an absolute wall of sounds. This came out in 2024. And that name, Engulfed, that's exactly what you're getting. You're getting engulfed in these crazy riffs and disgusting vocals. Like, this album is so heavy. And when this came out in 2024, I was listening to it nonstop. And then more stuff came out, and I just went through all my releases today and saw this. I'm like, I gotta talk about this, because this is fucking riff. There's molten, like, burning riffs that engulf you in this. Drumming is absolutely crazy. You hear, like, things, you kind of hear, like, similarities to, like, Dead Congregation and Immolation and Incantation. So there's a lot of really cool influences these guys pull. Really good songs on here too, like Curse Eternity, Blasphemous Despair, Infernal Desolation, Echoes of Suffering. But Engulfed from Turkey, yeah, definitely check this out, because if you like this, 3 of the members also play in the next one. Another one from Turkey. Diabolizer. Yeah, this is a fucking sick album. Murderous Revelations. This was put out by Dark Descent. It's another one that came out last year. And the guy who plays in this, the lead guitarist from Engulf, Mustafa, a Turkish guy that's in tons of bands. He's even in Hyperdontia as well. So you kind of get that signature like riffing and everything that he does. And the thing with his guitaring and everything else is that, like, I love how they just, like, Hyperdontia does this all the time. They'll start a song and then make this sick riff, and you think it's going to stay, and then they just keep adding more to this riff, and it evolves and becomes something completely different. But Diabolizer, yeah, if you like Hyperdontia and riffs that, like, change in, like, breakneck speeds and instants, this is a fucking sick album, and the vocals are just so disgusting. They go from like screeching to like gargling. There's like echoey vocals and stuff on this. But kind of sounds like Vomitory. Bit of Deicide and like Angel Corpse and stuff on there. Like, it's a full-on attack. There's not a lot of melody in this album. But Diabolizer, an absolute sick cover too. This looks like like a D&D manual or something. But great stuff, man. That Mustafa guy who's in this band, like, love to be that talented and play in such fucking sick bands, man. Inside's got a little more artwork as well, just a fiery hellscape. CD is fucking crazy with like the winged demons flying down. And you just love death metal artwork. It's exactly what's, you know, your imagination just runs away with it, and that's kind of why I fell in love with death metal. Time ago, but very kind of similar covers too, but that red scheme, which is crazy because the next one I have is a red cover as well. So this is a band from Finland. They're called Gorophilia, In the Eyes of Nothing, or In the Eye of Nothing. But this is crazy shit. Sounds like Morbid Angel, kind of like Sadistic Intent. There was really, really heavy riffing on this as well. I remember when this came out in like, I think it was 2020 or something. So a lot of that kind of resurgence of like old school death metal was coming out all the time. But some of it was bad, but a lot of it was fucking crazy. And if you have to pick a couple albums from that time period, this is such a cool album. Production on this is crazy. There's so many like good riffs and like breakdowns and stuff in there. One of the songs on here, Ouroboran Labyrinth, mouthful, sounds exactly like something right out of like Morbid Angel, like the first two albums, just opening that riff. Fucking killer stuff, man. Gorophilia, In the Eyes of Nothing, man. Like, it doesn't really have that Finnish sound like a lot of bands from the classic area of Finland came out. This could have come out anywhere, but it doesn't matter because it's worth your time. This is definitely worth checking out. But yeah, that red. Awesome little band photo. But yeah, I mean, the red artwork and stuff, it goes perfectly with the other three, or the other two. But yeah, fucking check this shit out. Gorophilia, In the Eyes of Nothing. And the last album I'm going to display today is Rancid Cadaver. Mortality Denied. Now, this was another one that came out last year that I really enjoyed listening to. Iron Fortress, again, put this out for North American. So they were sampling songs on it, and I liked all the songs that they were sampling on it. These guys are from Glasgow, Scotland, and if you've been to Glasgow or from there, it can be a pretty rough place, so they make some pretty sick death metal. And, I mean, look at that cover as well. It's just a rotting corpse hanging out. Reminds me of, like, Burial Ground or some kind of, like, zombie movie. Angel hair pasta hair coming out of this rotted skeleton. But this is some good shit. This is their first full-length release because they put out 2 EPs before this. And I remember listening to, what's that album? Rancid Massive Gore, I think it was called. And they had a song on there called Zombified. And I'm like, fuck, this is sick. I can't wait till they actually put out like a full-length album. And they included Zombified on this release too, with the tons of other tracks. My favorite song on this, Slurping on the Cerebral Slime. That's a mouthful. But yeah, there's filthy riffs in there. Another kind of horror-influenced death metal band. If you like that Padrigal one, you're definitely gonna dig this. There's a lot of similarities in there. Insane breakdowns, like horror samples, all kinds of stuff like that. These guys are pretty young too. But I'd love to see these guys live. I think they would put on a wicked show. CD artwork is pretty cool. I like their logo and everything that they put on there. There's the band. But yeah, it's lots of heavy, chuggy, palm-muted riffs on here. Lots of breakdowns. Another kind of echoey vocals and stuff. Reverby vocals in some parts. Yeah, this is some great stuff, man. If you like atmosphere and death metal, and you want to hear something fast and brutal, it's not too complex, just kind of gets to the points. Rancid Cadaver. Am I saying that wrong? Cadaver. Cadaver. I guess you could probably say it either way. But yeah, solid release. I can't wait till these guys put out a new one. But check it out. But yeah, those are 5 newer death metal releases I think you should check out. Speaking of check out, I gotta go make dinner. Gotta pack my lunch for the next week. Boring stuff. So yeah, you leave any comments if there's any other releases that have come out recently that you really enjoyed. Let me know, because I'm always looking to hear new stuff as well. And I appreciate people when they contribute and comment and stuff, because like, you know, most of my listening is on Spotify. Like I've got tons of CDs, but I listen to music on the way to work, you know, on the way back from work, when I'm running errands. So I'm always putting new stuff on Spotify, making lists. I know Spotify's not everyone's favorite, but you got to look at the plus side. Gives bands an opportunity to get their music out there, even if they're being ripped off. But maybe there wasn't another way for people to hear their music besides like Bandcamp and everything. So, and they do suggest, you know, similar sounding bands in a lot of ways. So yeah, if you have anything you want me to check out, definitely comment. I'll download it on Spotify, I'll listen, and if I like it, I'll buy the album. So that's it for today. I appreciate you guys as always, and hope you guys enjoy your weekend, or had a great weekend, and are ready to start the new one. So take care, everyone.